and welcome. Welcome to the HeartFit series. I'm Annie, and you've pressed play, and you're come to join me. You're curious how to take care of your body in the most delicious of ways. Yes, that's what I said. You are here to increase your muscular and cardio endurance, increase your flexibility and mobility, and also work on some mindfulness, putting it all together for the body, mind, and spirit. So don't be shy. Keep pressing play. Come on in and join me, and let's go. Well, hello again, and welcome back. It's time to stretch. So follow along and press what you'd like to stretch regularly. Hopefully every day you'll choose that. But I've made it very simple for you. So press play, follow along on the muscle groups to stretch, and listen to your body and do what works for you. And if you have the chance, I suggest stretching the whole entire body. But it is broken down to make it even simpler for you. So enjoy, have a lovely stretch, and thanks for showing up. Are you looking to stretch out your wrists? Here we go. Straighten out one arm, fingertips up to the sky, and gently pull towards you. Always having a slight bend in your knees, tuck your tailbone, or you can sit in a chair as well. Just driving the palm away from you, fingertips up to the sky. So this is static stretching, holding the stretches. Fingertips down, palm in towards you. Feel the stretch at the top of the forearm. Breathe. Isn't that amazing, that stretch? How wonderful it feels. Do the other arm. Not locking at the elbow, but pushing away, keeping the shoulder down, fingertips up. It only takes 30 seconds per stretch, average 20 to 30 if you can. Take that time for you, for these wrists. Breathe in and exhale. Try to relax everything while you're doing it. When you release, just give another circle roll like we did in the dynamic warm-up the other way. Wrist circles. Shake it out. Make some fists. Here we go. Now, the same way applies if you use a bench, a table, shoulders stacked over your wrists. Place your fingertips nice and wide and just lean forward. And it's mimicking this. And this time we're doing it like this, using some resistance with our body. There we go. Just hold to where you can to feel that stretch. You definitely will feel it. It's great. Wonderful. Step away, turn your back of your hands to the table, the counter, whatever you're using. And then instead of going forward, the weight is coming back. So I'm bending my knees to keep my tailbone tucked, protect my spine. And just feel that here, the tops of the forearms. Yum, yum, bubble gum. You've got this. You've got this. I'm so proud of you for doing this for yourself. Take your hands this time inside of the forearms facing each other. Just lean forward a little bit, play around with it to see how it feels. Listening to your body, being mindful of what you're doing right now and placing the intention on stretching. Place the backs of the palms down again, away from you, bend, and bring them up. Bend halfway through the hand, thumbs down, right here. Hold it, and then release. You'll be feeling that in your wrist joint, so just be nice and gentle with yourself. Do some open and close of the hands, the fingertips, wiggle them out. And then you can do that again if you like. But I highly recommend doing that daily because we use our hands a lot. Way to go. Hello again. Time to stretch out your shoulders. Just stand with your feet shoulder width apart, bend your knees, tuck your tailbone, and bring one arm across and bring the other towards you. Watch that your shoulder does not go up to your ear. Keep it down, straight arm across. You can do this sitting in a chair as well. Breathe in through your nose and exhale. Doesn't this feel lovely after the activities you've done today? Switch arms. Bring this arm straight across. Bring it to your body. Again, reminding yourself to keep that shoulder down low. I always suggest looking at yourself in a mirror if you can to see your form, to see that it's not pulled across like this, keeping that shoulder down. Great job. Big inhale up. And exhale. Sweep up. Inhale. And exhale. It's just as simple as that to stretch out your shoulders. Let's stretch out your biceps, your triceps, and your pecs, the front of your chest. Take your arms out to the side, shoulders down. Hitchhiker thumbs, flex your wrists, take it back. You should feel the stretch right across right there in your biceps, right away. Knees are slightly bent. Take them back, trying to really flex the wrist back. Good job. The more you flex your wrist, the more you feel it. If you have your hand here, you won't feel it as intense. Another way to do this is with a wall. So if my hand was against a wall right here, I would turn my body, and you can do that in the air without the wall there. But when your fingertips are against the wall, you feel more of the intensity of the stretch. So try it against a wall too. So you would put your hand there, turn your body away from the wall, keep the hand there. Awesome. From here, rotate the shoulders so that the thumbs go down, arms can come down just a little bit lower, and press back and hold. Great. Still stretching the biceps, starting to get into the front of the chest a bit. Breathe, inhale, and exhale, and then bring your arms together and behind. And if that's enough right there, just take your arms down, open up the chest, roll the shoulders back. And if it's too challenging to get your hands together behind, place your hands on your hips and take your elbows back. There's so many ways to do it. Finding the way that works best for you is the goal. So again, that would just be placing your hands as far back as they can with the fingertips pointing out. Roll the shoulders back. Open up the chest right there. If you're working at an office desk and you're bent over a lot or you're on a computer a lot, you may have tight chest muscles. So open them up. So either here, hands here, or if you're able to interlace them behind and you press them down, now try to take them a little bit away from your body. Awesome job. Feels yum. Feels yum, yum, yum. Bubble gum. Breathe. Find your happy place. Your happy place is because you're taking care of you. Breathe in. Exhale. Bend from your waist. Take the arms behind you. Just go right here. Gazing at the floor. Taking your arms as far back as you can. Again, this is if it was comfortable for you with your hands interlaced behind. With the strength of your legs, bring yourself all the way up. Exhale. Breathe and release. Awesome. Take this arm, reach up high, palm to the back, elbow up high. Without pulling on your elbow joints, we don't want to. Just beside. Pat yourself because you've done a great job and feel that stretch, the back of your arm, your tricep. Good job. Hold it here. I hope you're thinking of ways you can implement all these stretches after your activities and knowing how much better it will make it for you for your daily life. Switch and your activities, be it gardening or swimming or any kind of exercises, housework, pushing and pulling, thinking of all the pushing and pulling, squatting, bending, carrying, lifting that you're doing. This will only make it that much better, easier, more pliable, more flexible. Shake it out. Inhale. And exhale. Fabulous job on stretching out your biceps, triceps, and your pecs. Welcome back. Let's stretch. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale again. And this time bend forward from your waist and just let yourself dangle like a rag doll. Rag doll hang. Let your neck go. Bend your knees slightly. Adding some rounding to the spine. And then slowly walk yourself back up. You can walk physically, your hands up your thighs, tailbone tucks, head, neck, shoulders up last. Inhale up to the sky again. And exhale. Bring yourself to a counter or a table. You can also use a wall. I want to show you how to get a nice stretch through your upper back. So place your hands, again, a kitchen counter works great. I love doing this stretch anytime I'm in my kitchen just to give that back a stretch. So place your hands on the table and then walk your legs back, press your heels down, and now shift your weight. So I'm not putting my weight forward. I'm shifting my weight back. My hands are just here to help strengthen the spine, and then let your neck drop, let your shoulders relax. You can bend your knees if it works better for you. With your legs straight, you're getting in the back of the legs, the hamstrings as well. Again, the weight isn't forward, the weight is back on the legs, so that if I lifted my arms, I'm still standing strong with the legs. And just let your chest go towards your thighs. We're not rounding the back, it's a flat spine. Feel your shoulder blades going towards your hip pockets. Drive them down the back. Breathe. Just enjoy that stretch. Breathe. Press through your hands. Bring yourself up a little bit. Bring yourself up onto your tiptoes. Round through your spine. Articulate through your spine and land your shoulders over your hands. Press yourself back. Press your hips back. Chest down towards your thighs. Let your body spill through your arms and just relax. And now let's go through that again. Come up a little bit and then lift your heels and up onto the balls of the feet. Round your back and then shoulders over your hands. Roll your shoulders back. Press your hips back. Inhale, exhale, drop your chest towards your thighs. Press through, come up, bring your up on the balls of your feet. Round your back and bring your shoulders back. Don't concave, just bring it here. Nice alignment from the top of your head to your shoulders, to your hips, to your knees, to your ankles. Press your hips back. Exhale. One more time. Press through, up on the balls of the feet, round your spine, and then roll your shoulders back when you come back into a tall plank, and drop your hips back and hold it right here. Bend your knees. Step one leg, the next leg, up towards the table that you're using. Support your weight on your thighs and then tuck and round yourself up. Awesome job getting that back. Doing it standing, hold yourself with your feet shoulder width apart and press your hands away from you. So pretend there's a nice beach ball between your chest and your hands and press away, rounding that back. Press. Tucking your tailbone. So we don't want our buttocks out or our hips out. Tuck it here. Press. Turn yourself to one side. Press to one side and hold on that hand on the opposite side, feeling that stretch down this side. And then bring it away, pushing away the whole time like that ball is in between your chest and your hands and going this side, keeping the tailbone tucked the whole time. Bring it back to center. Bring it down. And roll your shoulders back. Awesome job. So we got the whole spine there in rounding. Now, tuck your chin and hold. And bring it up. Tuck your chin and hold. You can add a little bit of resistance with your hand here gently. And up. One more time. Down. And up. Take your chin. Take your ear. Keep your chin right here. Keep your ear. Bring your ear to your shoulder. Flex out the palm of the other side. With this hand, you can apply gentle resistance if you like, And feel that stretch. The side of your neck right there. Breathe and relax. You can do any of these stretches sitting down in a chair, anywhere stable as you like to not stand. Release that hand. Now this hand that's flexed, turn the hand slightly so the palm is facing me and the thumb is up. Now take this chin and turn it towards this shoulder and drive that chin down towards the shoulder. And rotating that palm there so that the palm is facing up, or facing towards me with the thumb up. Play around with it and then hold. And then carefully press that palm back towards the floor. Turn your head so that your ear is back towards the shoulder. We're not elevating the shoulder to the ear. We're bringing the ear to the shoulder. And then relax that hand and bring the head to center. Fabulous job. Let's try the other side. Ear to shoulder. Press that palm, flex it out. You can add resistance with this hand if you'd like. You can close your eyes, do whatever works for you. Inhale and exhale. Release that hand. Turn this hand so the palm is facing me. Thumb is up to the sky. Turn your head towards the shoulder. Tuck the chin down and play around with the positioning of this hand. And breathe. Relax that hand. Turn your head center and bring it up. Inhale up. And exhale. Relax. Hands on your thighs. Bend your knees. Tuck your tailbone and round, getting into the lower spine as well. Now tuck your chin down. Creating a complete C shape in your spine. This can be done on the floor, on your hands and knees, or right here, bent, hinged from your waist, bent knees, or also in a chair. Come to tabletop, so flat spine, and then follow through with shoulders back, dropping your rib cage with control towards the floor, stretching out the abdominals, tailbone up slightly. Let's do it again. Come to tabletop, and then tuck and round your spine. Really create a big C shape between your shoulder blades all the way down to your tailbone. Pull your abdominals in. Come to table, and then tilt the spine up slightly, but drop the shoulder blades down your spine towards your hips, feeling a control in the abdominals, letting them drop slightly towards the floor with control, stretching them. Flow through, round the spine, round, 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 and then table and tuck. Last time to round to feel that lumbar spine, and bring yourself up. Inhale and exhale. One more part of the spine is your T-spine, the thoracic spine, right in the middle, those 12 vertebrae. Take yourself to a table, a counter, have some space. Bring one arm forward and bring the other arm through. So sideways so you can see how I'm reaching this arm through, threading the needle, palm is up, and bringing that shoulder down. The head can go down or it can stay up like this. Using a table, twisting the spine, using a table at this height can be easier. You can also do this on the floor and then press through this supporting arm to push yourself up. Now showing you how much the body twists is bring the opposite arm down, weave this one through with the palm up, roll the shoulder under the best that you can, and the side of the head will go towards the floor, twisting in the mid-spine. And then you can straighten up that arm. Press through the supporting arm, bring it back. Go ahead and do it again. I will show you on the floor. So you're on all fours. So either continue on the counter, the table, whatever you have for support. Bring this arm through. I'll even give you a straight profile here. Let's see. Reach through the best you can and sweep. The more you can roll that shoulder under, press through, the more you'll get that stretch in the middle of the spine. Weave through, reach that arm. Inhale And exhale, press through. And while you're here, do a round and release on your spine. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Go ahead and press the floor away from you and tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin. Curl out, create the biggest C shape you can. Come to tabletop, relax the shoulders, and then tilt the spine. Bring the chin up a little bit with control, dropping the abdominals towards the floor, tilting the tailbone up. One more time, tuck and round, exhale, press the floor away from you, spread out in between the scapula, the shoulder blades, to table, and right here. Tilt the spine slightly, and then table, and then curl your toes under, lift your knees up, sit your hips up towards the sky, press your heels towards the floor, and just hold it there for a moment, a little bit of a down dog, then bend your knees, walk towards your hands, and then bring yourself one vertebrae at a time. Inhale up to the top, and exhale. Give yourself a hug. Way to go on stretching out your spine. Let's take it to the floor and stretch out your hips. Find yourself in a comfortable seated position. You can do this in your bed, in the comfort and the chair, or you can do this lying down right now. Lean back onto your forearms, cross your left ankle over your right thigh, bring your leg up, and then bring yourself back up. See how the hip flexibility is for you. So if you did the mobility dynamic warm-up when we were doing some hip switches, now we're going to do a static stretch, holding and feeling that stretch. So if it's hard to cross that ankle over, as long as there's no pressure on the knee, you can cross it above the knee or below. Just try not to put the pressure directly on it. And if you have it crossed and you can bring up the other leg a little bit closer, that'd be great. So you feel it here. Try to prevent yourself from rounding. Try to keep your spine nice and tall, and then press yourself forward gently and just feel that stretch in your outer hip right there. Great job, and just hold it. Relax your mind, close your eyes, breathe in. And exhale, you might try to take your chest a little bit further forward. Exhale. Now, roll yourself down to the floor. Hold that stretch, bring that foot in a little bit closer. You can also do it this way. You do not need to be sitting up. You can do it lying down if this is easier, and this is how you would do it in a bed. Keeping your back on the floor, and if your hip stays open, so what I mean by that is if your knee isn't closed in and your hips aren't too tight, and it can stay like that, try taking the opposite foot off the floor and pressing the legs towards you. You can either hold on through the legs with the other hand, and just bring it towards you gently, feeling that stretch in the outer hip. So either do this seated, sitting up, or laying down. See what works for you. Place that foot on the floor. Cross this left leg all the way over. Place your hands at the side for balance. So left leg is crossed over your right the best that it can. And then take your legs over to the left and look to your right. Add a little spinal twist with your hip stretch. Trying to keep both shoulders on the floor and just looking away. Breathe. It's great if you can hold stretches for 30 seconds minimum. I won't tell anyone if you do 20 seconds, but if you can do 30 seconds, it'd be great. And try to do them every day, not just the mobility ones, but the static ones here as well. Now bring your head to center, looking up to the sky. Release that pressure on the left leg over the right, and then uncross. Bring yourself up to seating, so you could either roll up with one leg and roll yourself up, or roll onto your side and gently press yourself up. Sitting up forward, and let's cross the right ankle over the opposite thigh. And again, this can be done in a chair, and that is in the chair series stretch that I have in the HeartFit series as well, so you can see it there. We're going to do it on the floor now, crossing over, reminding that we can go below or above the knee, as long as we're not putting pressure on that knee joint. We need that knee joint. And then bringing up the left foot as close as you can, and then gently pressing your chest towards your thighs and feeling that stretch in the outer right hip. Inhale. And exhale. Fabulous job. I'm so glad to see you back. You're showing up for yourself and taking care of yourself. Let your hands carefully bring you down and let your back go down. Keep your low back into the floor. So again, this left leg can stay on the floor, right knee is open, getting out that stretch. And then if that's comfortable for you, bring that up. You can use your hands and hold on to that opposite leg. At the same time, trying to maintain that this knee stays open, getting into the outside of that hip stretch. Hold the leg if that works for you. Relax. Breathe in. And exhale. Just letting it all go and relaxing. Place that left foot on the floor, cross that right knee all the way over, and take the legs over to the right and look towards your left outstretched hand, keeping the shoulders down, especially that left shoulder, and just letting the right leg help generate the twist in your spine by helping pull gently the left leg over a little bit. Breathe through it. And exhale. Carefully, when you come out of it, turn your head up to the sky so that your eyes are to the sky first. And when you bring the legs back to center, start to press your low back into the floor, uncross the knee, and then place the feet on the floor, and then bring the knees to your chest. And just gently rock side to side. Massage out your low back while you're at it as well. Oh, such a great job. Place your feet on the floor. Put the soles of your feet together and open up your hips. And just relax your buttocks now. Hands on your abdomen if you like. Relax your shoulders down. Breathe. Just holding. Just holding. Inhale. Now as you exhale, bring your knees back up and walk your feet wider than your mat. There we go. Now bring your right knee in and bring it out and bring your left knee in. So similar to when we were doing the switches before, I just want you to feel that. Now hold your right knee down and hold it. So your knee is down and the outer hip is up on the right. And exhale. And inhale, exhale, hold the left down. And bring it up. Heel toe, walk your feet together. And the feet are together. And then hold on behind one leg and gently bring yourself up to sitting, or roll onto your side and press yourself up. Let's go ahead and get the front of our hips. Take yourself back further and just step forward with the right leg and bring your hip down. Try to bring your knee in line with your ankle. And so come back again and just drive your hips down. Not arching our spine, so we're hinging from the hip and we're just bringing everything in alignment from the hip to the shoulders to the top of the head, supporting on this thigh. Really bringing that hip down towards the floor. Have you been doing lots of knees up? Have you been doing gardening and bending at the hips and sitting up and down, or squatting up and down, or doing new activities, or just sitting a lot that you need to stretch out the front of the hip? You can put any extra padding under your knee that is down there in the back to help cushion it a little bit and really drive that hip. And if you can reach the floor, go ahead. Or just continue to support on the side. Just release in the front of the hip, and this is where the 30-second hold would be fabulous, or longer to help elongate that muscle. We sit a lot of the time if we're driving or sitting at a desk working or sitting watching TV or eating. There is a lot of 90-degree angles. So let's stretch it out and feel it, and let me talk away while I hold you through a very delicious stretch. How's it feeling? Are you okay? Can you support on that thigh and lift that hand up and lift that opposite arm up? If it's too much, keep supporting on the thigh or on the floor, balancing out through that bottom leg. Place your hand on that thigh and press yourself carefully up and feel that stretch. Go ahead and switch sides. I'm going to get a block to show you for the other side. And if you don't have a yoga block, you can use a book. You can use anything that stands. So go ahead. And now take your left leg forward and drive the right hip down. So you can have that there if you need. Driving that hip down, not arching the back, but just naturally, here. There you go. Naturally bringing your hip down. Yum yum bubble gum. Any takers? So supporting on that thigh, supporting on a block or the floor if you can reach it, driving that hip towards the floor. And then bringing yourself back and forward a couple times, trying to really open up through the front of that hip. Breathe, exhale, drive it down. Good job. At any time you can go to the floor if it works for you. If you do have a block, you can use both hands on it. But don't shrug the shoulders because this can happen. So just being aware of the entire body, because we don't want to add tension into different areas while we're trying to release through. So being aware of how that feels. Holding that stretch on that right side. You can keep your left hand here, and then can you bring that arm off the right arm and bring it up and feel that extra love, deliciousness in the front of that hip. Breathe in and exhale, bring it down. Place your hands on your thigh, press yourself back. Hello, front of the hips, and bring yourself up. So while we're here, we might as well get up together. Curl your toes under on the back leg. Bring yourself up. I think you've done this in some of the series. Inhale, some love into the front of those hips. Exhale, great job. I'm stretching out those hips. Hello, and welcome back. Let's stretch out our quadriceps, the front of the thighs. Stand in front of a chair or a couch, something stable to begin with, and have some support here. Ground down through one leg, press the foot solid, balance, and take the other leg back and press the hips forward. What you're looking for is having the knees in line and not having this leg that you're trying to stretch in front of that leg. So knees in line, tuck the tailbone so it's straight down, press the pelvis forward. Modified version here with support. If that feels okay for you and you're comfortable with that, balance out, support, and either reach your pant leg or your sock or your shoe and bring that leg up. Too many times people go to grab the foot, see people doing the quadricep stretch and go like this, but then this is the position they're in. And so we're not getting the stretch in the front of the leg, we're pressing the back out. So when you can master this and it feels great and you want to take the range of motion a little bit more, bringing it here, balancing. Let's put me on the mat. Let's see how that works. Going, yeah, that's a lot better. Pressing it here, knees in line, not in front, because then you're flexing the muscle and it's not getting the stretch. So whichever way that works for you, but making sure the tailbone is tucked and the knees are in line with each other. Inhale. And exhale, release. Shake it out. Let's try the other leg. So starting with the ball, couch, chair to begin with. And take a look down, or if you have a mirror, keeping the knees in line, knowing how it feels. So if you're like here, do a body check and see that you've tucked the tailbone, pressing the hips forward without arching the back, grounding through. It's a balance challenge too. And if you're okay with that, reach down and hold on to your pant leg or your sock, the heel of your shoe, or the front of your foot, only if you can have the knees pointing down and the hip pressing forward. Breathe. 4, 3, ground strongly through that bottom leg. I'm not going to keep looking over and release it down. That is doing quadriceps standing. You can always take it to the floor as well. So carefully bring yourself down. lay yourself so that your stacked shoulders, hips, feet are all in a line, and there's an imaginary wall behind you. Hips are stacked over one another. Bend the bottom leg and bring the top leg back. Same rule applies. Either just take it at a 90 and press the hip back without arching your back. And if that feels okay, reach for your pant leg, your heel of your shoe if you have some on, or your sock, and press your hip forward. But don't have your knee here. The muscle is just bending and we need to lengthen it. Take it here. Awesome job. And just press and hold. In through your nose. Blow out a straw. Exhale. Fabulous work. Press yourself up. And let's do the other side. Place yourself in alignment with an imaginary wall behind you. Support your head, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, and feet in line. Bend the bottom leg slightly and take the top leg back towards you. Take that body check, 90 degree. Press the leg back without arching the back. Taking the leg back and the hips forward. And if that's okay, you can reach for your pant leg, heel of your shoe, your sock. Maintaining this top leg stacked over the bottom leg. And breathe. Giving some love into the front of those thighs, those quadriceps. All the squatting and any of your day-to-day activities, stairs. The quads do so much for you. And your hip flexors every time you move forward and walk. Inhale and exhale. Awesome job. Release. Press up to sitting. Awesome job in stretching out your quadriceps. Welcome back, and let's stretch out our hamstrings, the back of our legs. You can use one of your thigh bands, your resistance bands, or one of the bands with the handles, or this could be a rope or a skipping rope. I'll show you what you can do with either one. Roll yourself carefully down. Place the tube on the arch of the left foot and lengthen that leg up to the sky and extend the other leg to the floor. Flex your foot and keep this knee as straight as you can without locking it, and just hold it up. Feel that stretch in the back of your leg. Point your toes and flex. Point and flex. Good job. Good. Holding on as close to the ankle as you can. And flex the foot, toes towards you, heel up to the sky and hold. Bend your knee and straighten your knee. Bend and straighten. The thigh stays where it is. It doesn't move any closer to your body. And you're just bending at the knee and straightening at the knee. Driving that heel up, bend it down. Drive the heel up, bend it down. This is called flossing the sciatic nerve that runs down your leg. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive it up. Good job. Bend it, take it off, switch sides. I'm going to show you how to do this with one of your shorter bands. Because they're durable, look at that. Extend the other leg and hold it. Flex that foot and point and flex. Point and flex. So you want your shoulders down and you want to be relaxed. So we're not making it an upper body workout as well. And feeling the stretch in the back of the leg. If the knee is in like this, you won't get as much stretch here because the knee is bent. So the straighter the leg, and depending on your flexibility, you might be here. And that's okay because you want your leg straight to get that stretch in the back of the leg. With all that hard work you've done, let's make sure we get it properly. Good job. Flex and hold it towards you. Now, keeping the thigh there, bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Good job. And when you straighten, really drive that heel up to the sky and feel that all the way down that hamstring. Floss that sciatic nerve. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Press it up and release. Bend that knee in. Remove your tube. Bring yourself up. Great job on stretching the back of your legs, your hamstrings. Hey there, let's stretch out our calves. Stand and position yourself in a stagger stance and place one leg behind you. Foot flat and the leg in front, the knee is slightly bent. Just drive that heel down and just lean forward slightly. Now, you can do this against a wall right here and help with that pressure back. Keeping that leg as straight as you can, balancing on that front leg. Now, if balance is a challenge, or you would just like a wall or even a table, you can go like this. Take your leg back. I always encourage trying for balance first and seeing what you can do. You're just pressing that back foot with the heel down towards the floor. Breathe. Now, bend both knees, bring that leg in a little bit closer, and now bend that knee towards the second and third toes. So it's a knee drive. Getting it deeper into the calf, straighten it out from there, and then drive it forward again. Encouraging that knee to go as far forward as it can. Straighten it up and press through. Again, if you can balance, go ahead. When I'm pressing that knee forward, the weight is still in that heel to feel it deeper in that calf muscle. And release. And you can do any kind of circles at the ankle, up and down, whatever you need to do to help release it. Go to the other side, take the other leg back, heel down, toes forward, bend in the front leg, and keep that back leg straight. And you can press forward if you like, and not so much lean this time, just try to stretch forward for your back. Or just hold your balance, whatever is working for you at that time. And if you want that table or that wall, pressing against the wall at the same time, really pressing that back heel down. Especially after doing running, walking, cycling, bicycling, indoor spin, up and down stairs, squatting. The calves do get neglected a lot of the time. Now, bend your knees, bring that leg in a little bit closer. Now, focus on bending that back knee towards your second and third toes to go for that knee drive. Press it here. And then you can straighten it out and bend it again. Really, really driving the knee forward, not letting the knee drive in. So not going like this, but making sure that knee is going towards the second and third toes, but still pressing the heel down and the knee going forward and up and down again. Breathe. One more straight, one bend. And bring it on up. Another way to do it is if you have a staircase, go to the staircase, or even a step on your landing inside the house or outside the house, and go to that staircase or step, or an actual physical step aerobic step. And hold on to rails if you need to. One leg is forward and the foot is all the way on that platform, and the other leg, drive the heel down. So going deep for the range of motion. Straight leg on the leg stretching for now. I'm holding my hands forward to counterbalance my weight. I'm really driving that heel forward. The front knee is bent. I'm balancing out. Again, you can have rails, a wall, do whatever works for you, but really focus on driving that heel down. Now I'm changing it to bend that knee towards the second and third toes again, like we did standing up. Really, I'm still trying to get the heel towards the floor, but I'm driving the knee towards the second and third toes. I'm going to straighten it out, and I'm going to bend and hold it again. Knee drive. Breathe. If you do these regularly, and I mean like daily or even 3 to 4 times a week, if you haven't, you will create major flexibility gains. As with all flexibility training, let's do the other calf. Strong support on the other leg, bent knee in the front, and then drop this heel down as much as you can. And catch your balance. Driving that heel down the best that you can, straight leg. Now bend that knee, takes the stretch deeper into the calf, Bending that knee towards the second and third toes. Straighten it out for a moment and then bend it again. Keep trying to drive that heel down. Straighten and bend last time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up tall. Do whatever you need to do if you feel like you have to point and flex or wiggle it. Now, that's the calves, just to get the front of the shin, especially after doing something like that. Balance and just point the toes. Stretch out the front of the shin. Bend the supporting knee. I'm using the step or your staircase as resistance against the front of my foot to stretch out the whole length, right down from the knee to the ankle, on the front of the leg, the front of the shin. Point and press it. Switch. You can always also do a shin stretch just by sitting and pointing your toes. You might not necessarily feel the stretch, but you're still elongating and you are stretching those muscles. So important. And release. Carefully get off your step. So we've done it standing, and then we've done it standing with a bench, and then on the floor. Take yourself down carefully. Bring one foot forward. It's almost like we're going into that runner's lunge. And this is the knee drive on your knees. So bring that front leg forward. And again, for the ankle mobility and holding the stretch. And driving that knee forward to help create that stretch. More flexibility. Drive that knee. Oh, look! Are you getting a hip flexor stretch in that back leg? So the difference here is we are encouraging the knee going over the toe to have huge gains in the flexibility in the ankle. Drive it forward, having a little pressure on my top thigh. You can also put a weight here, actually an actual weight, 5, 10 pounds, 20, whatever works for you. And that extra weight helps drive that knee further forward. So right now I'm just using my body weight. I've actually had this ankle operated on twice in the past 9 months. So these kind of knee drives are very important. Trying to gain my flexibility back as much as I can. Drive it down, but keep the heel maintaining contact on the floor the whole time. 4, 3, 2. Drop that heel down as well as the knee going forward and release. Before we do the other leg, just put that toe down. Sit back a little bit. You can put a pillow between the back of your legs and your calves if you want to. This is also stretching out the shins, the front of the ankles right there. And if this doesn't work for your knees, just do the standing one where we pointed our foot and placed it against the step. So I'm just re-stretching the front of that leg after I just did that. Turning here, let's do the knee drive on the other side. Bring that leg forward, drive that knee. And add a little bit of pressure. It feels so great when you do take the time to static hold certain muscles if they're not given the love as much as the bigger muscles. They all need it. We don't want to take for granted this amazing machine that we get to have. We fuel it, we give it hydration and sleep, and exercise it. Also for the mind and the spirit, put it all together. Last one more knee drive. Taking that time for you. I'm so proud of you for showing up and stretching out your calves, helping your ankles and your mobility. Amazing job. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring yourself back. Bring that leg back and just have that seat again. If it works okay for you, for the front of your ankles and your shins. And again, you can place a pillow in between your thighs and your ankles. And keep yourself up higher if you want, but bring yourself down. Go on how your knees feel. I understand about the knees as well, so you can do it standing, pointing your toes. All right, let's get up together. Place your hands on the floor, curl your toes under, and lift your knees up. Body weight right there. Press your hips up to the sky, walk back to your feet, and carefully bring yourselves up. Awesome job on stretching out your calves and your shins. Way to go on stretching your body. Feel the feels, I like to say, and go with the flow. I hope that you incorporate this stretch series along with any of the others in the HeartFit series. Stay well, stay calm. Take care of you. Namaste. The spirit in me salutes the spirit in you. See you next time.